Good morning. This is day 3, Wednesday. We're just leaving the hotel, going to the Princess Theater again. Whoa, it's always the sneaky one over here. Just ordered our Uber, and we're just gonna make our way over there, have a coffee, meet some people, and go on Tim's podcast. I think we're gonna try to get in that booth and talk about wedding story or
shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. So if you don't follow Tim, shoot your shot. Do that. Uber's here. We're just about to get into the theater again. We'll see what today has to bring. A couple good speakers, and again, I'll do that breakdown like I did with the last one. All right, inside we go. What happens? I want to get this wheel spinning. Here we go.
What are we going for?
Yeah. Oh. Coffee time. Just won myself a little focal sticker. Yay. Morning. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, man.
Just watch out. Holiday season.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, dude?
Well, have a good day.
Hello, and good morning. I'm gonna take a picture first.
Okay, come on down, Magic. Everybody give Magic a huge round of applause.
Hey.
Keep applauding. Come on down.
People that I've met at different weddings, or people recommended by different people. So word of mouth just went so crazy. And it's all about, like, again, me being there. So not only for my couple, also for my guests.
We just finished with Magic. Magic told us that pretty much his whole speech today was about being kind and going the extra step for everyone involved in the wedding. Not only just the couple, but like the family, the friends, the other vendors, and that goes a long way. He talked about how he does the extra photos for like details, and the guests involved as well. So like guest portraits. And something very similar to us is we'd like to include guest photos in the sneak peek. So if you don't do that already, putting photos in the sneak peek of like the vendor type stuff and also the guest photos is a good way to get noticed by people. And especially he likes to be like part of the action, which is a lot like what we like to do as well. Use smaller lenses like 24, 35, 50 and just like be part of the action, like dance with people and make jokes and vibe with them. And that's a huge part about like your brand and who you're gonna attract and the type of connections you're gonna make. And all of that is super important, and like it pretty much launched his career for him. And that's something that we really believe in as well, is making sure that you're noticed and that you're nice and remembered by everyone that's part of there. Next up is gonna be Photo Me Ike. He's going to talk about the anti-niche, so not too sure what to expect, but I'm sure it's going to be something that we're going to get little nuggets of information and we're going to be able to bring back. I'll do a little breakdown of what I learned from him and show you what I eat for lunch, because, you know, food's important to me.
All the way from Seattle. Do you have anything to say, Lindsay?
You guys all look gorgeous.
She says you all look gorgeous. All right. Up next, Ike.
Lunchtime. Woo. So we actually did Uber Eats today, so we can just kind of hang around because we went to a restaurant yesterday and it was brutal. It took us like 30 minutes to get our lunch, even though we only had 30 minutes in total to do the whole lunch. So we ended up coming in late for the presentation that was happening, and yeah, that wasn't great. So we just Uber Eated like 10 minutes ago, so it's gonna get here in about 10 minutes. Tim has a podcast and he's asking questions about, you know, wedding situations we've been in, or we can ask him a question and then they're gonna review that kind of stuff on his podcast. We're gonna shoot our shot, no pun intended, And then we're just gonna have our meal. I think we ordered some Popeye's chicken or something, so it'll be pretty tasty. We just had Ike, the anti-niche guy, give a talk, and he talked about the pros and cons of like doing everything in photography versus niching down. And to be honest, from my point of view, I think we still want to niche down and like do weddings because we just love it so much. Like we love the customer service, we love the weddings themselves, and our next goal is to really stand out as experts in the field in Ottawa and in North America, I guess, and do more destination stuff. So we've got really inspired by Magic. He became a like renowned destination photographer, and it was all done through like taking care of a lot of people and customer service. It really vibed with us because that's what we do. And so we're gonna go into the afternoon, they're gonna roast our website. So hopefully I get a bit of stuff from that, and we'll see like what they think about our website. And then there's like a panel so you can ask questions, and they're just gonna talk at the front. So we'll play the rest of the afternoon, and then there's a huge social event tonight. That's why we ended up staying tonight, overnight, and we're gonna leave tomorrow.
Craziest wedding day ever.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. Oh, here we go. We just left them a nice little message about our craziest wedding day, and hopefully we make it on the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Up here in the front, and your name?
Bethany.
Bethany? Awesome, Bethany. And can I get
Yeah.
how would I find your site? I already see a few things here that I want to point out.
Yep.
But, okay, cool. So I love this super engaging video. Again, something that I always look at is more often than not, so more than 50% of the time, people are going to be looking at your site on mobile. Most people are probably looking at your site on mobile and making inquiries on mobile. So really important just to see like what is going on mobile-wise. But overall, like, this is fantastic.
We were lucky enough that we had Lachlan from Focal. It's a company that builds websites specifically for photographers. They also run ads. I talked about the ads yesterday, so today is more about looking at our website and just a deep dive into like how we can improve it. We didn't spend a lot of time on our website, but the couple things that I learned coming out of it was making pricing as easy to find as possible, because a lot of people just will come to you because of specific style or they're referred to you or whatever it is, and then the next thing they want to know is the pricing. So once they like a bit of your work, they want to know, what do you cost? So making pricing as easy to find as possible. And then within the pricing, like once they click pricing, you should have like individual packages tailored for specific people. So not just like, I do 8 hours and I do engagement session and I do this and I do that. It was mostly talking about like each package should have its own landing page, which is one of the big things that we're going to implement really soon. Because a landing page, if you have like your H1 header of that landing page be like Ottawa elopement photography package, that is probably looked up on Google quite often. So if you have a page that has that as like a header, and then all the information underneath it, it also allows you to like tailor the information that's in it so that you can talk to the specific client that would benefit the most from that package. For example, like this type of package really serves people that are eloping, that only need 2 hours, that are just doing like ceremony and then family photos. This is the package for you. And so that's something that is not something that we do right now, but it's definitely something that I took away as something that's really beneficial, not only for the SEO part of it, but also to relate to the type of person that would need this package. And then when they reach out to you, they already have an idea of like, this package spoke to me and that's the one I want to book, and it makes the whole process a lot easier.
Every 10 weddings you book that you're going to raise your prices, and that's exactly what I did both with weddings as well as portraits and also commercial work. Then step 3 is to apply leverage. So now you have the base, you can make the business go. How do you make it go bigger, faster?
Taylor Jackson came up to the stage. So Taylor is one of the hosts of this event, the Canada Photo Summit. They're a photographer from Kitchener-Waterloo, and he's also a YouTuber and all these other things. And Taylor Jackson went up there and was just talking about how if you don't ask, you'll never receive. So that works in a couple different ways. If you don't ask like corporate clients or like brands or whatever that you want to work with them, that like what you can do to make them more business, or like how you can help them in a certain way. Like if you never ask, if you never approach them, then you're never gonna do it. He told us a story about how he had a small YouTube following and then ended up wanting to do like a video about safari in Africa. So he reached out to a bunch of companies, and eventually one agreed that they would cover his costs of coming and doing the safari, and then he would do like a cool video and obviously post it on YouTube and promote it, stuff like that. So he was able to do that experience, and then he leveraged that experience and what he did for that company to approach other companies in order to do similar things to him. So one of the things he approached was one of the camera manufacturing companies like Sony, Canon, any of those guys, Nikon, and he was able to get like a deal with them because he was like, hey, I can do a similar experience video, but focusing more on like the tools that we use, the lenses and the brand. And he was able to secure that because he asked these safari people to do this, and then he used that in order to get more business. So never be shy to ask. You'll get a bunch of no's, but it's the yeses that are gonna change your life.
So this is the first year that I ever made a vision board. Did anybody make vision boards in here? Oh, the girlies, no doubt. Sam makes a vision board. Okay, I like that, yeah.
Last but not least, Lindsay Coulter. So Lindsay is Taylor's wife, also a host of this Canada Photo Summit, and just a great person altogether. So Lindsay, what she was trying to tell us is that we suck at sales. Essentially, photographers are great in the creative side, but the business and sales side is not something that we're specifically good at. If you're looking to do the sales, because it's part of the job, like you have to do some sales in order to create your business and in order to make money so that you can survive, essentially. But we're really bad at that. We usually are like, here's what we have to offer, and like you contact us, and then we'll reach out to you, and then we'll like educate you, and then we'll try to find the package, and then in the end it may take like a few different back and forths in order to get to where the client wants to go. But some people just like know what they want, and they want to make the process as easy as possible. And if you look back at like what I said about the website roast, is that if you made specific packages about talking to specific people, that'll help them reach out to you and be like, this really spoke to me, let's make it happen. And that's the easiest way to get clients, is like educate them on your website, pre-qualify them so that when they reach out to you, it's not so much of a dance. It's just more like, I want this. All right, cool. Like, here's what I'm offering, and you want it, then let's make it happen.
And I found that like this had pushed me a lot. One reason being that if you go for like a one-person workshop, let's say you're gonna go to Sam's workshop, you're only hearing the one side of the story, right? This is what Sam does, which is awesome. But then only Sam can be like Sam.
My takeaway from the panel discussion was mostly about how long it took for everyone to find their niche. So I think everyone at the front said it took them like 3 to 4 years to really figure out the type of style that they want, the weddings they want to shoot, and so forth, like their specialty essentially in the industry. And so if you've been in business a couple years, you haven't found like that specific thing, maybe you have to start looking how you'll be different than the rest. Because I had this imposter syndrome or like this FOMO, or we've questioned a lot about our style and where we should go, because we started off and we're like, this person is super successful, let's just be like them. But when you're doing that, people that are obviously comparing them to you are gonna be like, well, they have like way more experience, or their photos, they've just shot more weddings, they've shot at more venues, and they'll just pick them over you. So you have to figure out why somebody would choose you over your competition and really lean into it. So being different is really what's gonna set you apart. And it may not come right away, and it may take a while for you to learn that in your industry, in your market, but it's definitely something that's going to set you apart. And then the clients that are going to come to you, it may not be as many inquiries as somebody that's more like vanilla or just like pretty photos, but the people that come to you that will inquire with you will have a higher conversion rate because they came to see you for this specific reason, and that's going to pre-qualify them in order to be like a better lead than somebody who's just like, I'm shopping around and here's just like a generic email that I sent to 100 photographers. We just finished day 3. So final day, we just finished at 4 o'clock with a panel of everyone. We asked questions, and they told us a little bit about what they do and how they handle certain situations. Right now, because we just finished at 4 o'clock, the social things from like 6 to midnight. So at 6 o'clock, we're gonna meet with them back up. Right now, we're just gonna go and go back to the hotel, I guess, hang out, be social, and I want to fly some drone of theater, so I'm gonna go outside and do some drone right now. Like a good photographer.
I'm pretty shitty.
The one I vibed with the most today was Magic. He's a wedding photographer out of Poland, and he travels all over the world doing it. But what he talked about was very much taking care of like other people and the people around him at weddings. Like, be loved by the vendors, be loved by the parents, be loved by the groom, the guests, pretty much everyone. Just make everyone fall in love with you, and that's a huge part of how we grew our business, and that's how you can grow your business too. So keep that in mind, and just like really take care of everyone. Give the best experience you can, and it'll come back to you tenfold. It does, like, those are like beach wheels, you know? Hey, I'll hold the door for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Tim. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, he's talking about you. No. So we're just talking outside of the theater the whole time. We're gonna be joining Ike, Photo Me Ike. He has a cool YouTube channel. He's from the States, and same with Jason Vincent. So he's one of the most creative guys I've seen. He uses like CTO gel, so that's like gels you put on a flash to change colors. And we're gonna go to dinner with those two and have a blast just talking to them about business. And then after, it's like the social thing, so we're gonna go and hang out with everyone else from the summit. But it'll be nice to have some like intimate time with some of these industry leaders and people that are super cool to chat with.
That kind of stuff. Anyway, she was telling me that.
There you go, back at it. We're now at the Prohibition warehouse. Everyone's here. Thank you very much. There you go, my dear. We're getting wild. Cheers. Double fisting. Nice. What you drinking? Did he take it yet? Playing the scene? And now we just finished the social event. It's 11 o'clock. I think he's trying to fix her hair before she gets on video, but it's too late.
I'm tired.
Already on video. You're tired? Yeah, I know, it's day 3. We've been really social tonight. It was a great time. We got to talk like one-on-one with a lot of the people that came here to speak and the organizers.
And a few beers deep.
A few beers deep. Yeah, I am. But we both are, because you had 2 beer.
Like a beer and a half.
2 beers and I'm wasted.